I first started playing mandolin when I was 24. I started playing guitar when I was 12, and I wound up like studying jazz guitar, and I was a pretty decent jazz guitar player. I was a classical guitar major in college until I abruptly changed my major. Um, and I've done a lot of guitar playing, and I don't know. I was at a point when I was 24, like I wasn't really trying to make anything happen musically except fun, and I was just tired of being like yet another guy with a guitar. And when I saw a mandolin for sale, I was like, okay, I could do that. If I learn 4 chords, I'm in. So, well, I also played a lot of bass in bands, like starting when I was about 16. It was kind of the old thing, like, hey Barry, can you make a gig Friday night? Our bass player can't. You learn these songs? I'm like, sure. And I loved playing bass. And what I found with mandolin is I could actually like make up bass lines, and because I was even higher in pitch than the guitars, I'm not interfering with anybody's rhythm. It's just like a cool little counter melody or something, but in my mind, it's a bass line. If I were playing a bass, I'd be playing a bass line, But I can play chords on the mandolin too, and I can play percussion with the mandolin. It was like, oh man, I left all that other stuff behind. This is the only one. Like I like to listen to a lot of classic rock. I like to listen to jazz. I like to listen to classical music. I like to listen to bluegrass. I like to listen to lots of stuff, but I tend to be sort of narrow and deep when I do it. Like right now, I'm back on a Grateful Dead phase, so it's like pretty much all I'm really listening to. But 4 months ago, I wasn't listening to any Grateful Dead, and I was pretty much only listening to jazz. And and I kind of have to do that. It's really hard for me to like sit there and like be leaping around all over. So every 6 months, I sort of like reset it onto something else. You've bought me a car. I don't know. That's terrible to talk like that, but it's kind of true. Like I don't really care that there isn't like an awesome wood grain pattern on the front, and there's nothing unattractive about this, but it's not a standout back, and I don't care. Like I don't really think about it like that. This thing sounds awesome, and that's what I want, and I'd really like a 2-point. What I'd really like is a 3-point, because I think I dig this into me when I bend over. So I think if I didn't have it, I'd miss it. But I've come to I'd like to have not an F style, just because everybody has an F style, I guess I always kind of, use a metronome and learn the names of the notes. Don't just learn the fingering patterns, because when you think of them as like notes, it opens up a lot more possibilities than just this finger goes here and then this finger goes here. I don't know, when you start playing with people, listen to what they do more than you listen to what you're doing. And try to accompany other people. And I don't know, when you're first starting out touring, treat everyone nice and tip your servers and tip your bartenders. Put that energy out there, because it does come back to you. When we first started and we didn't have money for gas, we'd still tip. I think it's important. If you got 5 people come to the show, the staff that's working are going to tell the guy who booked you whether you're worth coming back or not. So you treat them right, and then they'll say, yeah, those guys are great, they're nice. They're nice, they're good to work with, they work hard, we should invite them back.